Make sure you watch till the end of this video because I will be flashing a link on the screen to my petition to put Toni Collette in every movie ever. That's it. That's my intro. Hi, I'm Amanda and you're watching Swell Entertainment. I went and saw Knives Out for one of the early AMC A-list promotional screenings. I saw it the other day, I saw it with my friend, and I just really loved this movie. I just really love murder mysteries and I love whodunits and I love trying to figure it out because I also love true crime, but you know, sometimes that makes me paranoid, and so this is good. At the early screening they gave us a poster. This will not stay here. I don't know where I'm gonna end up putting this because I still haven't put up my poster from The Irishman yet that I got from the premiere. But look how pretty it is. Don't fall. But yeah, I really like this movie and I wanted to talk about it a little bit. I really liked it. I thought it was great. What I thought was fun and also adorable about the early screening is that before the movie started, after other trailers had played, is a video was played from Rian Johnson where he's talking about how much he loves murder mysteries and how he really wanted to make this movie. And it just kind of has the vibe of like a kid who's really excited to show his parents and his friends like, hey guys, so I like made a movie and I really want you to see it. And I just found it really adorable and it was fun. I was actually genuinely surprised with how they chose to play out the murder itself and the story itself and the mystery of it all. I guess you could say that a big chunk of the reveal happens fairly early and I was like, wait, is this just gonna be like a evading the police the entire time type of thing? That can get boring really quickly. But even then, it was just really exciting. And Ana de Armas in this movie is just amazing. Like, this entire cast was pretty jam-packed with like star-studded performances. I just thought she did really good and she held her own really well amongst this cast. I hope to see her in many other things moving forward. The entire cast did really well in this movie. Certain elements that were in the movie that I was like, this has to be stick. There were certain elements of the like mystery as we're finding out different clues and hints to everything that while I was watching, I was like, okay, wait, that looks like it's important. Why didn't they talk to her? Why didn't they do this? Why are they doing that? What's the point of this? Okay, I'm taking stock. This is important. This is the reveal. This is what I know what I'm doing. And then they were really just red herring things that were meant to like draw your eye or make you think of other things, which isn't uncommon in these types of movies, but I just thought it was done really well, and I just really liked that element of it. There was also an element involving a baseball and Heartland study that I liked a lot because early on in the film it leaves the office, and you can kind of track it throughout the film, and it kind of is indicative of, I want to say, Gravity's Rainbow, which is another small element of the story, but I just think that that was paralleling that, or the symbolism was connected to that. I could be missing that because I was just really distracted by everything else going on, but I think that's what that meant to be, was that, oh, it's just the art, but it does come back to its start point, so it's not really Gravity's Rainbow, but it kind of, they didn't really follow the metaphor entirely, so I mean, I guess it could kind of fit, but I don't know. I just like the element of the baseball and how there's a certain element of the story that plays a role in Heartland's death, and you kind of think like, oh, it's like, it's in the clear, that secret's sealed. And then when you kind of follow the ball around, and then when the ball comes back to Heartland's office and it's put back in its spot, then that loop is then closed and the reveal happens for that element of the story and that element of the mystery. And I just really liked that. I thought it was really well done. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so fun. I really want to talk to the set designers. I kind of hope that this scary mansion is listed on Airbnb because though I might be murdered in it, I kind of also want to stay there. Does that make sense? So Heartland's thing is that he's a murder mystery writer and that he's just this millionaire who sold 40 million copies of his book, which in goals, but the house is decorated in all these different sculptures and things, but also all these different puppets and marionette puppets and masks and such. And I just thought that was really interesting because it's never touched upon by anyone. And I'm just like, oh, this is great because Heartland really is like the puppeteer, puppet master of the whole story. That's really interesting. I loved that parallel because it's just, I just thought that was really good. I love that a lot. And also it's just really creepy. And they just, a lot of the establishing shots just involve a bunch of shots of all of the scary looking faces of the things, and I really like that. And I really liked this movie. It was so good. I'm wearing a sweater in solidarity. I just want to talk to the costume department for this movie as well because everyone just looked so comfortable the entire time, which I really liked. It wasn't like, oh, let's put them all in like sexy clothes and stuff. And it's like, I'm glad they did it because it's cold and I was just comfortable. And like they kept putting Chris Evans in sweaters. Thank you. The light green sweater that did wonderful things for his eyes at the end of the movie. Thank you. Anna plays Marta, and she's just in like comfortable sweaters and warm the entire time, and I'm like, good for you. And I know it's like a small element, but I always like paying attention to little elements of things like that in film because that's a part of the overall story and a part of the overall vibe and the look of the film itself. I don't remember seeing at any point everyone in black or multiple people in black, if they were in black at all in this movie. We don't actually see the funeral. There is a memorial service that they do, but I don't even remember seeing them in black. I just feel like that was them not just trying to add color to the overall look of the movie, but also kind of making light of the death itself, especially after they believe that Heartland's committed suicide. Like, they show up to the memorial service all dolled up. They go into the interviews with the police. Jamie Lee Curtis's character is in like a pink suit. It's just great. I loved it. Just overall, Toni Collette's performance in this I really love. She's playing like a Gwyneth Paltrow lifestyle guru type of person, and I just really liked that. Please put her in everything. The reveal, I liked the way that they did it. While the film was progressing, I was like, this seems like the answer, but it also seems to be too obvious, which is why I don't think it's the answer, which is why I honestly think that it worked really well. Anyway, I wanted to keep this short. I wanted to just say something brief and talk about how much I loved this movie. It's coming out on Thanksgiving. Please go see it. It's so good. I love it so much. There's not a lot of gore, if that's what you're concerned about. It really is just really well done. I had someone who said, like, I don't want to see it because it looks like it's like a murder movie. It's gonna be like gory. And it's like, no, there are some spots where it's like hard to watch, but I wouldn't say that's because it's gory. There is a spot that's really gross that I thought my friend was gonna throw up for, but that's all I'm gonna say. I really hope you guys go see it. I loved it. I'm honestly probably gonna go see it again. I'm probably gonna make my dad and his girlfriend see it, and I'm gonna pay for the tickets so that they don't have an excuse. It's gonna be great. Rian Johnson, I think, did an incredible job. I loved the movie so much. Apparently he says he's open to doing a sequel. Honestly, I don't think you should do a sequel. I don't think a sequel is the route to take here. On your poster, let's see, can I get this? Right there, it says a Rian Johnson whodunit. Okay? Now, I personally think that you should just keep doing whodunit movies because, one, please, I love them. Please do more. But also, I just think that certain movies like this are best as standalones. I don't think a sequel would be a good idea. Not that I wouldn't go see it 7 times if you made a sequel. I just think that the story had a very great conclusion. And also, something I'm kind of glossing over. This next thing I'm going to speak about is kind of a spoiler, which is why I didn't want to touch on it too much. But you can skip ahead if you don't want to see this part. A big element of the story is Marta's status as the child of an undocumented immigrant. And I just think that the way that that element was handled was actually really well done and just very telling of the story itself, because early on in the movie, they routinely refer to Marta as like family. And even after Heartland's dead, they say, hey, we wanted to take care of you. But then when she becomes a threat to them, essentially, and a threat to their way of life, suddenly her mother being undocumented is a way for them to like dig their heels into because Meg told them. Meg is one of Heartland's granddaughters and also the one who I guess was closest in age to Marta, and I guess they were close, and so Meg was the only one who knew that Marta's mother was undocumented. The others didn't know. Part of how they threaten her is that, you know, we can make sure that no one knows that your mother's undocumented. We can even rectify that with our lawyers and our resources. Like, we can fix that for you so that your mother isn't separated from you, so that your family isn't broken up. Wow, that's pretty up. They never offered to do that previously, but they didn't know that her mother was undocumented because earlier on in the film they talk about like they did it the right way, they did it legally, and then the moment they find out that that's something they can leverage against her, they use that, which is still severely f***ed up. The entire thing is f***ed up. Them not knowing previously doesn't make it better because the moment that they said, oh, she's a threat, here's an option, and Meg was like, okay, I'll betray my friend's trust and tell them this very secret thing about her life that is detrimental to her family, because at the end of the day, we may be friends, but like my school is very important. My way of life is very important, but I'm giving way too much away, so I need to stop. I don't want to give away too much, so I'm gonna kind of stop talking about that, but I just thought that was a really good way to show that, like, you know, it doesn't matter how close you are to someone in a different class, in this case, rich white people, or how often they call you like family. The moment you are a threat to their way of life, they will come after you. And I just thought that was a really good way to show that. And in this case, it fit really well into the story and just really went really well in the final shot of this movie. It was just perfect. Oh god, this movie's so good. Please go watch this movie. All of them are good in it. Daniel Craig is good in this. His accent was really good. I was like, I'm not gonna be able to listen to Daniel Craig use this accent the entire time. I'm not gonna believe it. The accent worked really well. I was genuinely surprised by that. I thought it was shot beautifully. High five to the cinematographer. I love this whole movie. Okay, I'm done. Like, comment, subscribe, and share this video and all that good stuff. Thank you for watching. Shout out to my patrons, Catherine and Aaron. If you would also like to support me on my Patreon, the link will be listed down below. If you'd like to follow me on all my social medias, that'll be linked all up here. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Have you seen Knives Out? Are you gonna see Knives Out? Do you AMC A-list like me and spend way too much time at the movies? Let me know. Comment down below. That's it. Thank you for watching. Bye. I wrote a tweet about a New Yorker article about you. Can you tell I didn't have an idea for an outro?